Mother of the Year. This book is a new book from Choices Stories You Play. Your car engine grins unhappily as you turn into the parking lot at Bernhard Academy, easing into a narrow parking space beside an immaculate silver Lexus. Shutting off the car, you take the letter out from your purse and read it for the 100th time. May 2019. Dear Miss Day, your scholarship application has been reviewed and you have been approved for the next phase. Please bring your child to the Bernhardt main office on May 22, 10:15 a.m. for a brief interview. Regards, Anne Tinsley, Principal, Bernhard Academy. You take a deep breath knowing that this interview could change your daughter's life forever, and in the mirror to compose yourself. It's tough being a mom. You deserve to look your best. Time to put your game face on. Okay. I think I should go back to this one. Make sure not a hair is out of place. Mm, I'll do this one. It's a tough world out there. You'll better dress for success. Mm, I guess this is for now. Ready to take on the world? Ready to take on the world. Let's do this. Alright, you ready to go, kiddo? Oh, this is my kid. Okay. Grace, I guess? I I guess so, but Mom, what if I'm not smart enough to go here? Grace fidget uncomfortably, avoiding your eyes. Hey, you remember a few weeks ago when I had a meeting with your teacher? I don't remember, Grace. Never had a hard time with math or science before. That's the thing. I don't think the work is too hard for her. I think it's too easy. The fact is, with budget cuts and teachers shortage, we just don't have the resource to give Grace what she needs to excel. Cassie, your daughter, is honestly the brightest student I've seen in my 30 years of teaching, and I'm afraid she's in danger of burning out. To really shine, Grace needs to be in a place challenge her, and I might know where that place is. Miss Gupta slides a glossy brochure across the desk and embossed gold crest gleaming in the fluorescent light. Burnham Academy? Miss Gupta told me about the scholarship and she wrote you a recommendation letter. But what if I can't do it? What if I screw it up? You won't, I know. It's hard for you to speak up sometimes, but if you start to freeze, just remember that I believe in you. I know you can do this. Grace stares out the window, her little face caught between the excitement and nerves. You need an energy zap. She nods, holding out her pointer fingers. You hold out your own to meet it. Zap! Alright, now you're all charged up. So let's go kick butt. Inside, a secretary waves you through into a curvaceous office where the school principal glanced up from behind an imposing desk. Hi, I'm here for the scholarship interview. I'm Cassy Day, and this is my daughter Grace. Hello. It's nice to meet you. I'm Principal Tinsdale. Please have a seat. She gestures to the chair opposite her and you sit down. Grace takes the chair next to you, hands folded in her lap. Well, I suppose we might as well get started. What is your opinion is the most important value to instill in our children? It's most important to teach them. One of these answers could make or break or turn down your scholarship application of your daughter. I better make a good one. Would be number one, curiosity or kindness. Hmm, I think number one. It's crucial to encourage kids to question how things work, to explore, to love learning. The principal raised an eyebrow, taking down a few notes. I see you're not currently a resident of Gold Cliff. Oh, well, if Grace were to receive the scholarship, we'll look for a place to live in the town. Do you think that would be economically feasible given your current job as a waitress? I managed to save a little for the potential move, and I'd find a new job here soon as to maintain the scholarship. You are required to be a member of our PTA. When would you be considerable time commitment? Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm used to balancing a lot of my responsibilities. I'm sure. I notice you've left the spouse section of the application blank. Would you be kind as to tell about Greg's father? A hot rush of anger flares in your chest at the mention of him, and you fight to keep your voice even. Greg's father? He haven't been in the picture for a few years. The principal frowns, typing something on her laptop. You feel unease rising in your chest as the silence stretched. Are are there any more questions you need me to answer? Miss Day, I'm going to be frank. I was not impressed by your application. Aghast, you glance over at Grace. Her hands clenched into the fist, and her brows furious. But your letter. My vice principal was approved by Miss Gupta. Glowing letter. But I see nothing here that suggests your daughter is a burnt out material. Are you serious? She's already reading at ninth grade level. What about the science project I mentioned? Yes. The Saturn model, which is a very artistic, it's hardly proven. She has a detailed understanding of the. I understand a lot about Saturn. I wanted to make the Phoebe ring, but mother said it wouldn't fit in the car. I'm sorry, the Phoebe ring? Grace's face suddenly brightens, and she leans forward in her chair. It's so cool. It's like 9.9 million miles from the planet, and it has retrograde orbits. Grace, why would you tell her about Saturn? Would be the composition, the ring, the moon. Composition. Well, it's a gas giant because it's mostly made of hydrogen and helium. But a bunch of the planet isn't actually a gas of at all. The pressure so strong inside the planet it smushes all the gas in their liquid form. It's even gets solid near the very center. Oh, it's also the only planet in our solar system that has less dense than water. That means if you put it in a really, really big bathtub, it would float. Principal Tinsley stares down at her form. Then she turns back to Grace, looking suddenly thoughtful.
Tell me, Grace, how would you calculate the surface area of a sphere?
4 pi times the radius square?
What are three things that distinguish insects from arachnids?
Arachnids. Insects have compound eyes, antennas, and 6 legs instead of 8.
And what year was Marie Curie awarded the Nobel Prize?
Which one? Because the one for physics is 1903 and the one for chemistry is 1911. Principal Tinsley sits back at her chair, crossing her arms after a long moment. She turns to you.
Grace? She's really only 9 years old? 9 and 2/3. And she wanted to be an astronaut since she was 6. She got a whole life plan laid out, majoring astrophysics and pilot license. Step 1 is enrolling in an elementary school with a famously strong STEM program.
So the principal pauses for a long moment, then turns to Grace, extending her hand.
Well, nothing's official until the paperwork is submitted, but Grace Day, welcome to the Bernhardt Academy.
That was a close call, actually. Mother of the Year. Chapter 1 New Beginning. A few months later, the day before the new school year begins, you and Grace are wandering the bright, airy mall in downtown Gold Leaf on your way to pick up school supplies.
How are you feeling about tomorrow, kiddo? You nervous?
Yeah, but I'm excited. Too, I can't wait to meet my new teacher and my classmates and see the science lab.
That's great. I know it's been crazy with the move and everything, but I think this is gonna be a good for us, a fresh start.
As you pause to look at a map, a young woman comes over from a nearby boutique, flashing a brilliant sign.
Hi, today we're offering an amazing deal on personal wardrobe and hairstyling. Can I offer you a coupon? That's very tempting, but I don't know if I need a special makeover just to shop for school supplies. Oh, does your daughter go to Bernhard Academy? Tons of Bernhard parents comes here to get fresh look for the school year.
She points, and you see a gorgeous woman sitting just inside the boutique's window, getting her nails done.
Ah, whoa, she looks fancy. Honestly, the Bernhard crowd can be kinda intense. It's like Stepford Wives and Mean Girls had a bunch of scary babies. Wait, because wasn't feeling like enough of an awkward pleasant already.
Taking in the woman's designer clothes and jewelry, a nervous n- knot starts forming in your stomach. The boutique worker glances around fervi- furtively, lowering her voice.
Okay, do not tell my manager, but we have a bunch of stuff in the bag that's about to go our outlet store. There's an outfit in there that looks amazing on you. School peasant will have you strutting in there like a queen.
Sports of a fabulous new look to make a splash in your new town and impress the other parents. This makeover comes with an outfit and exclusive hairstyle, so feel free to mix a match. Wow. Yes, I would. Okay, let's do this. You emerge from the boutique and do a little swirling for Grace, who claps delightful.
Whoa, Mom, you look so pretty. Oh, thanks, kiddo. I'm glad you liked it. Now, let's go find that department store.
A few minutes later, you and Grace locate the large department store to find your way to the book section.
Oh, Mom, can I look around? I want to see if they have the Athena Voyage book. Of course, kiddo. Just stay in the section until I'm done shopping.
She ends and runs off towards the kids section while you start look around for school supplies.
Shoot, I figured they would have notebooks or something around here.
Hissing, you wander the aisle, scanning the shelf for any of the item on your list until
Ah, there's something I need.
You strain to reach the last five section binder on top of the shelf, but another hand closes on it in instant before yours.
Hey, I was trying to.
Your words catch sharply as you turn to face a tall man in in a suit. He stares at you for a moment, looking slightly stunning. Well, I'm sorry. What did you say?
You should be sorry. That's my binder.
Your binder. I reached for it the same time you did, but whose authority do you claim this as your binder?
My authority? Now fork it over. My daughter needs it for school.
So does mine. Word Heart Academy.
Yep, about to start fourth grade. Now, come on, I can't get a binder somewhere else.
As it happens, I can. This is the only free time I have for shopping this week. Have a little sympathy for struggling single dad. Nice try, but this struggling single mom has no sympathy for binder thieves. Gimme. Thieves? This is slander.
Tell it to a liar.
I am a liar.
Whoa, okay, suddenly this entire interaction makes a lot more sense.
The man laughs, then sheepishly of sorry, force of habit. Here, you you take it. By the way, Thomas Man Cassy Day. Choose options marked with a heart if you're feeling
Thomas, are you always.
fire mode or
How long has your daughter been in the burnout?
since kindergarten seems like just yesterday.
My daughter Grace, first year.
I figure as much. I would have remembered meeting you before. Dropping the binder in your basket, you scan the rest of the supply list, brow furrowing.
Crap, I've only got half an hour before as we got to meet the new landlord and pick up our keys. I'm never gonna find the rest of the stuff.
It'd probably help if someone showed you where they hide the school supplies. Not a brag, but I've done this supplies run a few times. I got it though. My list is in 15 minutes flat.
Oh, are you willing to share your secret? That that's very charitable of you.
The record, I may have the ulterior motives of wanting you to get to know you better. It's rare to find someone so candid among the burnt heart crowd. You're a breath of fresh air, Miss Day.
Well, when you put it like that,
Just say, I can manage.
it's nice to know. It's nice of you to offer, but I should probably get going. We can make do with the leftover supplies from last year.
Of course, just figured I would offer. I'm sure I'll see you around, Cassie. After paying the binder and you pick Grace from the kids section and leave the store. Later that afternoon, you park behind a small apartment building on the outskirts of Gold Cliff with everything you own packed into the back of your car.
Oh, this place looks old.
Well, maybe it's haunted, historical site.
Mm, wait, now that I think about it, is this Greg Ellenstein Oldsmillion? I think it is, Grace. You're standing in the very spot where Albert Einstein, third cousin, brother in law, once stood. Mom! Oh my gosh, this is where Greg Einstein used to check his mailing. Greg Einstein touched this very doorknob. Grace, take my picture with a doorknob.
Rolling her eyes, Grace elbows a button on the wall, summoning the ancient elevator to whisk you away to the fifth floor. The elevator door creaks open and you walk down the dim hallway to number 508.
Wait, huh? What is this?
Setting down your box, you reach for the colorful greeting cards taped to your door. Welcome, neighbors.
Welcome to your new home from your neighbor Alma. How? See, Grace, this place isn't so bad. Open the door. This box is heavy. Okay, your bedroom is gonna be the first door on the right, so you can put your stuff in there. I got my own room.
Grace sprints out of sight, nearing tripping over her own feet.
Keys. Put that kid on a hamster wheel, and she could power the whole building.
Grace comes rushing back out of her room, carrying a small bulletin board under her arm.
Mom, look what I found in the back of the closet. Good find. What should we use it for? It can be like our scrapbook, you said. Moving here, an important new beginning, and you've got a document, important stuff for posterity. I love it, and I know just what should go for it.
Ah, okay. That's the bulletin board. Okay. You added your first souvenir to the new beginning board. Collect souvenir commemorate special memories and events. Having enough souvenir will also unlock a special scene at the end of the book. You and Grace hang the board on the living room wall, then take a step back to admire your handiwork. Grace nuzzles against your side, and you gives her a little squeeze.
Hey mom, I like our new home. Me too, kiddo.
Planting a kiss on top of Grace's head, you wander the kitchen and sat down a small bag of groceries.
Alright, they didn't have much in the way of real food at the corner store, so dinner option are frozen pizza, fish sticks, or mac and cheese. I want mac and cheese and pizza. You know that might just be crazy enough to work.
The next morning, you and Grace arrives at Burnt Heart bright and early for first day of school. Inside the inside you cross the spacious foyer and approach the window of the small uniform shop.
Hi, my daughter is starting grade 4 today. Grace Day.
The worker nods and turns to, to root through uniform ranks. A small group of students passing by, whispering and pointing at you and Grace. Ha 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 ha. The student giggles as they hurry away. Grace stares after them, mouth gape.
Mom, I really get to wear a uniform like that with a tie and everything. That's why we're here.
The workers returns with two crisp folded uniform. You glance down at your price tag and your heart sinks.
Um, my daughter is here on a scholarship, I don't suppose.
Sorry, academic scholarship covers tuition and lunch only. If if these aren't your budget, we have some second-hand uniform last year. Grace peers over the counter, her whole face lighting up as she reaches out to touch the pleated uniform skirt. It's so pretty. How do we make display like that? Oh, I like the shiny button. You look from the uniform to your daughter, feeling a swell of affection at the look of excitement and wonder her face. Grace practically sprints to the nearby bathroom to change. She emerges in a minute later, twirling a little to make her skirt flare.
Mom, look, I'm like Sailor Moon. You look adorable. Now let's get you to class, magical girl.
In Grace's hand, you walk towards her first class of the day. Morning. Are you here for the first period science?
Yes, we are. Grace here is pretty darn excited, aren't you?
Grace chew on her lips nervously, staring at the woman with wide eyes. The teacher smiles, crouching down so she at Grace level.
Hi, I'm Alico. You're new at Bernard, right? So probably haven't you heard about Classroom Tall?
Um, Classroom talk?
Yep, I'm afraid I can't let you inside until you pay the Classroom Tall, which are totally awesome science facts.
Grace looks up and a huge girl grins, lights up her face.
Did did you know that Ceres used to be covered with ice volcanoes? Whoa, that is one awesome fact you may pass. Hold up, kiddo, before you go.
Embrace her. You swoop Grace up in a tight hug, covering her face with a loud sloppy kiss.
Mommy loves you so much, Grace. Yes, she does. Ew, Mom, stop.
Elko tries to suppress her laughter as Grace struggles, finally escaping her hug.
Do you have everything you need? Should I run home and get more snacks? Your favorite pencil.
Mom! As Grace scampers into the classroom, Elka straightens up and holds out her hand.
Elko Matsunaga, 4th grade teacher science and Bernhard residence superintendent. Your Grace mom? Yes, I'm Cassidy. Nice to meet you, Miss Matsunaga. Dr. Matsunaga, actually. But you can call me Elko. Alright, Elko. I have to say, given what you've seen of this school, I was expecting someone older, richer, and mailer.
I was going to say
smoother. Turns out hiring committees will look over a lot of culture fit issue if you have a PhD in their face. Is that all it takes? Don't spread the word, or everyone will go out and get one.
the bell rings. You glance down at your watch.
I'd better go. I don't suppose you know where the PTA meets. I'm supposed to join today. Probably the conference room, eh? Two doors down from the main office. And best of luck in there. I wouldn't wish that pack of hyenas are on anyone, especially Vanessa.
Thanks. You poke your head onto the aggressive modern conference room where a handful of well dressed people lounge in a plush leather chair.
Hi, is this where the PTA meeting?
A woman sitting near the door turns to you to look at you, giving you a thorough once over. She gives you a tiny approving nod, then flashes you a sugary smile. Yes, this is the PTA. Are you a new member?
Yes, I'm Cassy. Ah, that's right. The charity case. Excuse me?
Oh, I recognize you. Tila. She's the one I saw at the mall yesterday. I saw you talking to Mr. Mendez. Lucky you.
Thomas was talking to her. Surely you're joking, Cynthia?
I didn't that think the guy ever left the Portales concert slab he called an office. So, what did you and Thomas chat about? I haven't spoke to him much since. The door swings open and the entire room goes silent as a tall woman with a severe face strides in, binder in hand.
I see a new member in here. Cassie, was it? Please have a seat.
Caught off guard by the woman's burlesque tone, you find an empty chair next to Cynthia's and sit down.
Now, if there's nothing to add to the agenda,
Actually, Vanessa, have you given any more thought to
yes, Hugo. I saw your proposal for all organic lunch menu, but I think it'll be simpler to continue using the menu I provided last year, don't
You?
and to laugh, the North Field in the Mistera Park is not acceptable venue for a school picnic. You'll need to call back and book Lakeside.
Picnic area instead?
I'll get right on that.
Lean over, casually hiding your mouth behind your hand, and whisper to Cynthia.
Didn't realize that PT was a dictatorship at this school.
Cynthia giggles, shooting furtively glance at Vanessa and to make sure she isn't looking.
She's if she hears you, you'll be all off your head.
Now, regarding next week's bake sale, which will raise funds for winter play.
I've I've narrative I've narrowed down the venue option. Either the Marion Smith Concert Hall or the Pine Lake Country Club. I'll make a final decision on. Sorry, you're booking a fancy venue for bake sale? You have an objection, Miss Day?
I mean, why bother booking on a venue? We could just have it here. But what about the decorating table placement? Who would do all that?
Well, we would. I would be a lot cheaper and more fun. I'll help set up the bake sale at Grace Old School and was a blast. Such a great way to get to know the other parents.
Oh, does that sounds like a good idea? I love to design the decoration. I saw some adorable tablecloth at Rico's other day. Vanessa clears her throat and the room goes immediately silent. Hold your eyes for a long, icy moment. Then she smiles.
You know, I think that's marvelous idea, Miss Day. You do? Oh yeah. In fact, why don't you organize the bake sale this year since you're clearly such an expert? The bake sale, that's next week. You can't seriously expect me to. After all, being a contributing member of this group is a requirement for your daughter's scholarship. So I'm sure you'll be extra motivated to ensure this bake sale is a success. Meeting adjourned. Have fun.
She closes her binders with a deceptive snap and stands. Cynthia shoots you a sympathetic look as everyone else flees. out of the conference room.
What the hell just happened?
My conclusion for chapter 1 would Miss Cassidy would pull off the big sale for next week. Stay tuned for the chapter 2 for Mother of the Year. Thank you and have a good day.